Hello Pisces, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing eclipse readings. This does not mean you have to only watch this during the eclipse. This means we are talking about something from your subconscious that is coming front and center in your life, between you and the light. So you have to address it at this point. We're going to be using the bone runes, and we're going to be using the Fantod Pack. Now, if you don't know what the Fantod Pack is, this is Edward Gorey's divination pack that he drew and wrote the book for. I am not going to be reading them correctly, in that I am not going to be reading them based on the book definitions for a couple of reasons. One, the cards themselves are evocative as they are, and two, the book definitions are often contradictory and obscure. I do recommend reading the book definitions if you ever get the chance to, if you are an Edward Gorey fan, because they are just as much fun as anything else he wrote. So let's get started with a card from the Fantod Pack, and we have the Burning Head. Okay, I've been getting this card a lot for me, and what I seem to be seeing this as is something like some ideas that you're just burning to use, but also just like this intensity of feeling and experience that you are having that is just sort of lighting up, and that you need to express. You're going to need to express it. Like something is burning in your head that you need to express, whether this is creativity or whether this is something that you need to say or whether this is something that you need to enact. But this is basically, in this particular case, it's like you're on fire, man. So let's get some runes down to clarify what this is about. Okay, interesting. This is definitely going to have to do with home and home space. Or at least that's where you're starting. So a central issue here, we have Othala. Othala is the rune in the home and the homeland. It has to do with, sanctuary, solace, your home space. However, it also has to do with comfort zone, how to be like, this is sort of like focused on your comfort zone. However, right now you're dealing with this. So how do we incorporate this into that? Leading up to this, there's been a big revelation recently, and maybe this is part of what put your head on fire, where it's just basically something that is absolutely unignorable. It has filled your entire field of vision. It is illuminated everything, and it is just basically unignorable. And so now you're like, how do I incorporate that? Like, how do I integrate that into my life so that it becomes part of my comfort zone, and so that it becomes part of my sanctuary and part of things? Because it's there, it's not going away. It's like just this fire in my life that I need to say or express or create. What is going to help you is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god. So this I usually read as active creation. So use what you have to control what you can, but also to create, like yang creation, like sitting to something and like making something happen, like creating something in your life, whether this is something physical that you're like building or creating or writing or drawing or whatever, or whether this is just a situation, like situationally getting things in the right place to create around you the surrounding that you would like. What doesn't help is there's a lot of negative emotion that associated with this, that maybe even not even associated with this, but that are sort of coming along with it. It's like surging negative emotion. We have Laguz, which is the rune of the water. It's the flow. Actually, I'm going to read this another way in a second, because it's also possible lack of flow. Things might not be flowing, or maybe you're worried about things not flowing. But it's emotion, intuition, and heart. There may be unpleasant emotions, or there may be like a feeling like maybe your heart isn't in it. But I'm really, given that we've got the burning head here, I'm really seeing this as either a lack of flow that is not helping you, things aren't flowing the way you want them to, or else there's like a surge of negative emotions that are sort of making it difficult to sort of get it down to where you can get it in your hands to work with it. If that starts to be the case, once again, what is going to help is just sit to it. It will work out as long as you are working with it. Be creating, be making something happen with this, because this is something that you need to deal with. Just start, like whatever it is that you need to do, whether this is something you need to create or whether this is something that you need to express or something just you need to say, just sit to it, start it, just do it, because the more you do it, then the more it's going to come and the flow will sort itself out. And what this is going to lead you to is we have Uruz reversed. I'm going to read this a couple ways. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health and sometimes stubbornness. So one, you're going to be more in touch with your inner strength through this. You're going to build up on your inner strength, and also you're going to be more in touch with it. Two, you are going to feel less resistant to doing more with this. You're lifting up your hooves. You're not resisting anymore, and you're letting this happen, and you're letting the flow go, and you're letting yourself create. You're letting yourself express and say what you need to say. So that, Pisces, is your eclipse reading. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.